Contest number 4 is 4 3-minute rounds of boxing in the super middleweight division. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the purple colour shorts trimmed with gold. At the weight he's scaled 11 stone 10 pounds. His record this evening reads 9 contests, 5 wins. One of those wins coming by way of knockout, 3 defeats, 1 draw. He comes to the ring this evening as a former Midlands area title challenger, presenting from Stoke-on-Trent, Owen Jobburn. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the black colour shorts trimmed with white. At the weight he also scaled 11 stone 10 pounds. His outstanding record thus far, 12 contests, 11 wins. 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout, just a solitary defeat. He comes to the ring this evening as the current reigning BUI Celtic middleweight champion from the Jobburn Island, the Ginger Ninja, Chris Blaney. Time, give the bell, Chris Connor. This is 4 3-minute rounds. Star referee in charge of the action, Steve Gray from Fleetwood.
Let's have a cold break, take a step back. Don't think any punches on the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
So Chris Blaney, 11-1, 3 knockouts in his career. His only defeat came against Jack Cullen in a prize fight style tournament. His opponent is an interesting one. Owen Jobburn, 5-3-1. Won his first 4 fights and he had a draw against Sam Effins. Defeats Chris Blaney and Gary Cooper, Ryan Kelly. Bounced back last time with a win against Chris Jenkinson. And as we were saying before, this is a rematch between the 2 fighters who met in that tournament, so I don't think we're going to see too much feeling out here.
Nope, and by the looks of it now, they're getting straight down to business. You know, Owen is no mug, good fighter, comes to win, so should be a good fight.
And joined here, of course, by Tommy Fury, one of the latest Furies to roll off the production line. What's it like, Tommy, being in the gym with someone like Ricky Hatton? Do you look at him and think that's the kind of career you want to emulate?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, Ricky's been to the pinnacle of the sport. You know, 2-weight world champion, fought the best there is. And if he can do half as well as he's done, I'll be privileged. So I'm just like a sponge, really, taking everything he says and taking it on board and doing it the best I can.
And you said that Chris Blaney's looking good in the gym. We've only seen a bit of him so far tonight, but what are you expecting from him tonight?
You know, he looks sharp now. And I'm expecting a top performance, and he's looking well, really well.
Yeah, he started off well, just pumping the jab out. He looks really focused in there as well.
Yeah, he does, yeah. He's got his eyes fixed on him, and he's looking to put on a job tonight.
And he's also got a fight set up next month, the Ginger Ninja. Is that something that, as a fighter, is it tough, or do you just take one fight at a time?
You know, us boxers, we normally take, you know, one fight at a time, because in the sport of boxing, you can never know what's around the corner, so you've got to have your wits about you every fight. You can't go into one fight thinking, you know, that you're going to steam through him, because anyone can punch anybody in the chin, anyone can fall down, simple as that.
Loops in the right hand there, Blaney, and like I say, his left hand has been a feature so far of the fight.
Good jab there.
And it's a cliche, isn't it, Tommy? But the jab is the bread and butter punch in the sport.
Yeah, the right hand will take you around the block, but the jab will take you around the world. Well, good right hand there. Oh, I think he's got him.
Yeah, as you say, that right hand looks to really have had an impact, and he's followed it up as well.
Yeah, there you go again.
And Jobburn's looking a bit under pressure as well. He's gone right on the back foot, and if you're in there with an opponent, Tommy, and he starts going on his back foot after taking a shot, do you move him for the kill?
Yeah, but you don't go rushing in. You know, you take time, you feints, you move in slowly behind your jab and that, and then look to put the shots in. Never go rushing in, even when he's hurt. You know, take your time, because anyone can swing a big swing.
Yeah, he's got back on it, Blaney, hasn't he? He's not got too excited. He's showing his experience. He landed a big shot. His opponent looked hurt, but he didn't throw the kitchen sink at him. He's thinking strategically.
Yeah, for sure. It shows his experience in the game.
And what's he like in the gym, Tommy? What's he like as a character?
Funny, very, very, very funny. Me and Chris, we get along well. There's always good crack in the gym with all the boys. You know, it's a good environment to be in.
Very good first round for Blaney. As we said, he's boxed behind the jab, landed a few right hands, as you mentioned, as well, to build on it. So he'll be happy. Do you think he'll be happy with what he's seen in that first round?
100%. You know, 1-0.
So in terms of yourself, tell me what's next.
I'm on the Josh Warrington and King Galahad bill in the June 15th, so I'm just in training for that at the minute. I'm feeling really good. Can't wait to get in there and get a big dirty knockout.
It'll be a nice build, that as well. What are your thoughts of the main event, Warrington against Galahad?
It'll be a very good fight, very good fight. I'm backing Josh Warrington because obviously recent ones he's come off, and King Galahad's going to have to be on his game to dethrone him on the night.
As you say, he's had some big wins. Warrington, he was written off by a few people going into the Selby fight and then the Frampton fight. Were you impressed with his performances?
Yeah, of course. He was written off against Selby and the Framptons and what have you. But going through that Selby fight, that was a really big learning curve for him to come through, and I think people started to take him seriously.
Seconds out. Round 2.
And we think we'll be looking for more of the same from Blaney in this round. He was really impressive in the first round. And what do you think, Ricky, knowing what Ricky's like, what will he have said to him between rounds?
Maybe up the tempo just a touch, start going through the gears and start moving him back. Because obviously his power shown in the last round.
Jobburn's come out a bit quicker this round. Maybe he wants to prove a point after taking a few big shots in the previous round.
Yeah, for sure. He wants to. He comes for a goal, this lad, and you can see that already. Just got to stay nice and sharp.
Yeah, he looks very focused, Blaney, as well.
Yeah, he is. He's well, this is our payday, isn't it? So that's what you got to do. All matters on this night.
Yeah, as you say, Blaney, he's not going to be thinking about his next fight. He's going to be exclusively thinking about what he needs to do there to get the win and progress.
Yeah, like I said, one fight at a time. That's the best way to look at boxing, because every opponent can be capable. Good right hand.
Showing some good head movement as well when Jobburn came at him.
That's the awkwardness of him. He slips shots and comes back with his own very, very well.
And of course, you've got Big Tyson in the gym as well. Tell me, is that someone the fighters look up to in terms of his defensive capabilities?
Yeah, for sure. It's a good forward lad for him to be in there, because we can all take a bit off him. Billy Joe's in there as well, cracking away. They're all doing well. It's a good motivation for us to see in the gym.
You've got a lot of skill in that gym as well, haven't you?
Yeah, a lot of skill. We're all undefeated lads, coming through. We've all got bundles and bundles of talent. We all just learn and vibe off each other, so it makes for a very good gym.
Jobburn lands a right hand there. He got a little bit messy from Blaney, but he looks like he's got his defensive game back on and lands a nice jab of his own.
Yeah, right hand there.
A bit more give and take in this round than we saw in the first one. Jobburn, I think, is just biting down on his gum shield and trying to get himself established in this fight.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely come out with a bit of an intent this round. But I would still say another round to Chris. He's landed the better shots. He's used his head movement, slipping.
Yeah, as you say, the punches you remember from this round have been landed by Blaney so far, the more eye-catching ones.
Yeah, and like I said at the start, he's pushing him back now. Blaney's the one going forward, landing good shots there. And he's definitely going through the gears.
And Jobburn had a little bit of word with the referee there. Do you think that shows that fighter might be in distress when they start looking to the referee?
Yeah, of course, there's always signs. You just need to, never take your eyes off your opponent.
So we should say we're looking at 2-0 at the moment for Blaney in this one.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
And definitely on course for the second win for this guy.
100%, definitely.
In terms of the Fury production line, tell me how many more Furies are out there waiting to come through. It seems like it's a never-ending stream of this.
There could be one. There could be one every month. We never know who's going to come off the conveyor belt. So it's just about enjoying the ride and doing the best we can in the boxing game.
And obviously Tyson had that big fight with Deontay Wilder. A lot of people talked about that final round knockdown when it was a minor miracle that he got up. As Tyson spoke to you about that knockdown and how he got back up.
Yeah, that's the word of Jesus Christ right there, because he needed it when he showed to get up from that. And I think if any other boxer would have got with that, it would have been a sleep. But it just shows the heart that he's actually got, and the fighting man that he is. He's phenomenal, best heavyweight in the planet.
So he looked to be down and out. Was you out in your mouth at that moment, or did you know he'd drag himself back up?
I was definitely. My heart was definitely going for a minute or two, but I knew he'd pull through.
Seconds out. Round 3.
Blaney looks like he might have a bit of swelling developing under his right eye. A bit of Vaseline's been put on there by Ricky in the corner.
Yeah. You know, you can't go in. You cannot get in the shower and not get wet, as they say.
And as you say, it's a fighting sport. You get a punch to the face, you're going to get swelling, you're going to get cuts, and you're going to get bruises, aren't you?
Yeah, we're not runway models at the end of the day. We get in there and fight, and that's it. So a bit of swelling won't do us any harm. Good shots there, though. Oh.
Yeah, Steve Blaney landed a couple of good shots there. Tried to fire a left hook on the inside as well.
Yeah, for sure. He's boxing well now. I think he's settling into his groove at the minute.
And in many ways, he might be looking at this fight, Blaney, and wishing it was a 6-round fight. So he looks to be really enjoying it in there at the moment.
Yeah, of course. These 4 rounds, you've got to get in there and do your work, really. It's a bit of a sprint, but in the 6 rounds, you can take your time a bit more and get your shots off properly.
And yourself, in your last fight, you had a bit of an early night. You got a first-round stoppage against Callum Hyde. Was it nice for the stoppage to come in your second fight?
Yeah, it was lovely. You know, I said all the way up in the build-up that I needed a big dirty knockout. So if I didn't get it, I'd look like a bit of a moron, wouldn't I? But it was good feeling. Many more to come.
Like you say, when the knockout comes and fights take it, do you instinctively know when the moment's coming? Can you kind of feel it opening up for you?
I knew in the change rooms. I said, I don't care who it was on that night. I was fit. I was ready to go. I was strong. And in the first punches I knew I felt strong, so I couldn't see it going on myself. I think you just know when, like, you get nights where you just bob on for it and you're really up for it.
And in terms of yourself, obviously you've been boxing at light heavy. Do you think that's where your future's going to lie in terms of the division?
I can never know, because my dad thinks I'll be an heavyweight, because when he was the same stamp as me at my age, and then when he hit 2021 he started filling out, so you never know. But for the meantime, that's where I'll be. That's where I'm making me mark known, and we'll see what happens.
And it's an exciting division at the moment, isn't it? Domestically light heavyweight.
Yeah, you've got top fighters at light heavyweight. You know, obviously you've got your Anthony Yarde, you've got your London Arthurs, Joshua Ratzi, you know, so on. The list goes on. There's so many good fights out there, and one day, a few more experience, I'll be up there with them names myself.
It got a bit ragged on the inside there, but again, there's enough around in the bank so far for Blaney. Unless anything dramatic happens, he's boxed nicely again this round. For sure. It's
just a little head move. Still even like he's moving his head, but that's how accurate he is. Just slips them by inches, like you just seen there.
It got a bit messy on the inside, but that you sometimes get that when the two fighters come up close. The referee's not really had to separate them too much. They just let the referees just let them work it out amongst themselves.
Yeah, of course. That's what you got to do. Try and give them time to work out.
And Blaney in the gym, what's he like? Is he a fanatical type of trainer?
Yeah, he's. Yeah, he trains very hard, Chris. You know, and it shows on fight nights. You know, showing he's put the hard work in the gym and it pays off. Train hard, fight easy.
And a lot of people say, don't they, that this work that the fighters do, we don't really see it on fight night. It all happens behind closed doors in the gym, and that's where you build up your strength, build up your fitness, and develop your style really in sparring sessions.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you know, where people only see the celebrations, the victories, the drinking, but it all gets put in the gyms at the end of the day. Hard graft in the gym. Well, this is why we do it. We love the sport of boxing.
And in terms of the Fury name, Tyson seems to have become a really big name in America. He's fighting over there next. He got a big deal in America as well. You know him better than most people. He seems to really enjoy the American experience, doesn't he, Tyson?
Yeah, of course. You know, he's got a home here in BT Sport, and he's got a home over there in ESPN. So Tyson's fine at the minute.
And do you think the Americans stuck to him because of his honesty before the fight with Deontay Wilder and the way he came across?
Yeah, I mean, Tyson's different, isn't he? I've never seen a character in boxing yet, and that's what they love. You know, it's show business at the end of the day, and you know the Americans they like brash people, but doesn't he back it up every bit of it?
You must be looking to getting over there yourself at some point.
Yeah, it'd be nice to box over there. You know, it'd be a dream come true. So keep winning, get the wins collected up, and get myself over there one day.
And back here now, Blaney came up under a bit of pressure there, but he just moved away a little bit and popped his jab out again. So it's nice to see he's doing the same things in the fourth round that he was doing in the first round.
Of course, yeah, definitely. Bit of head clash there.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything malicious, was it? Jobburn just came in. We've not seen any bad blood between the two fighters tonight.
No, I think it's just a good, healthy scrap at the minute, isn't it? But Chris is showing his class now. Oh,
it's a nice shot. He kind of paused a little bit there and then works that right hand as Jobburn moved in. And they're both really going for it this last round. They must see this finishing line coming and decided to both go for it in the final few minutes of the fight.
Like I said, this fella comes to fight, and that's what he's doing at the minute. Blaney just needs to keep ducking, rolling, slipping the shots.
And he's shown a bit of decent defence on the vaults there, Blaney, isn't he? Is that something that he shows in the gym as well?
Yeah, of course. He's a very tricky character at the end of the day, and it's showing now. Like, just needs to walk him back into the middle of the ring and spin off there now.
Yeah, the referee steps in a little bit there where it got messy, but you should say Blaney's going to look to get back in the middle of the ring and see if Jobburn has burned up a lot of energy in that little assault.
Yeah, can't complain. No, good scrap though.
Getting back on the jab from Blaney with the 1-2, that's when he's been at his best tonight.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
But as you say, you go out in the ring, you get wet, you're going to take a couple of shots as well.
Yeah, props to both men, because at the end of the day, it takes a man to get up there and laced in the gloves, and they've put a good show tonight for the paying public.
And how many fights are you looking to try and get this year?
I'd like ideally to finish the year up about 6-0, 7-0, God willing. We'll see what happens.
And as you say, the busier you are, the easier it is for you as a fighter to develop, isn't it? And
yeah, of course, and I can't complain. I'm getting on good shows. Frank's giving me the good coverage, so props to Frank. I'm just do the best I can every time I get in the ring. It's got a bit scrappy.
It's got a bit, as you say, a bit scrappy and ragged there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Again, Blaney's on the ropes, but he's not really taking anything. No. He's just doing some defensive work along the ropes.
Just gloves and arms. It's good scrap. Props to both men.
Yeah, Jobburn really gave it a go, didn't he, that round, and did himself a few favours in that final round.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think we're going to see a win for Blaney, as you say.
Yeah.
Depending on how the referee sees that final round, it might be 3-1 or 4-0, but it's definitely a win for Blaney, I'd say, tonight.
Definitely a win for Blaney. Big props to Owen. He's putting a real good shift tonight. So props to both men.
And with Michael Pass here with the particulars now. And as you say, Jobburn's a tough guy. He came, he gave it his best, and in that final round, he could have just seen that final round through, but he went for it. Yeah,
he was a fit in shape kid, wasn't he? He come to fight, like I said at the start, and he's not done himself any harm there.
So we go with Michael Pass in the result. Just waiting for the two fights to come to the ring, and here we go with the official result announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 extremely hard-fought rounds of boxing action, star referee Steve Gray has scored the contest 38 points apiece. The result is a draw. That's it for Owen and Chris.
A draw. I didn't see that one coming, Tommy. What about you?
I definitely did not see that one coming at all, to be honest.
So we could be looking at a third fight. For Blaney in the final round, you could argue that the final round went the other direction, but I thought maybe it was 3-1.
For sure, yeah, definitely. I mean, it was definitely surprising.
And maybe next time they might do it all for 6 or 8 rounds.
Yeah, I think maybe 6 or 8 would be better, for Chris to get into his groove a bit more.
Right, well, we'll talk to Steve Woods about that one later on, see if we can get the rematch. Obviously, Blaney will go back to the gym, but Tommy, it's been a pleasure having your company, and
yeah, it's been a pleasure being on. Thank you very much for having me.
If you don't make, depending on how you fight and Craig goes out, you could always make it as a model as well, because you've been attracting a few.
Oh, maybe. We'll see what the ladies say later on.
Been in the newspapers a few times for people mentioning that. So.
We'll see what happens. I'm a fighting man, but if that don't work out, we'll go with tomorrow.
Well, good luck getting 6-0 this year. We hope you get those fights.
Thank you very much,
look
mate.
forward to seeing you again.
God bless. Cheers.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.